Canadians are working hard, all right, but the only class they're joining after 9 years of Justin is the School of Hard Knocks.
Welcome back to Moose on the Loose. My name's David. Today we've got 3 clips, 2 of Senator Don Plett, who tears into Justin Trudeau and the Liberals with their dirty carbon tax secret they've been hiding, as well as one from Senator Leo Housakos, who makes fun of their slogans and how they've failed over the years. Let's jump into this. This first clip here from Senator Don Plett is the carbon tax scam that's been going on. They finally released their numbers. Turns out the amount of money they've been taking as a result of the carbon tax affecting the basically lost GDP here is quite significant. 20 billion, upwards of $30 billion.
Senator Plett.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and congratulations to all the pages. Leader, in May, the Trudeau government gave the parliamentary budget officer secret information about the Prime Minister's carbon tax, and then put him under a gag order not to reveal it. Earlier today, Leader, this information was revealed to the CBC. The CBC report claims the Trudeau government's data shows the carbon tax costs Canada's economy $20 billion. This would work out to approximately $1,200 in lost GDP for every Canadian household, Leader.
Crazy.
Leader, is the CBC report correct? If so, how can this Trudeau government continue to claim that the carbon tax is revenue neutral?
Yeah, it's not.
Senator Gold.
Theft.
Well, thank you for your question. Indeed, the CBC report is correct, though your statement of the facts is very selective and incomplete. Indeed, what the report that was released reveals is, amongst other things, the enormous cost to the economy if climate change is not acted upon, and the numbers and the figures that were that the government had commissioned were not a complete analysis of this. It did not include the $11 billion a year of rebates going back to the economy. It did not include the.
When someone does that, they're buying time because they know that they're stalling. They're telling a lie. This is a tell sign of someone who's just nervous or straight up lying.
$25 billion or more, the billions and billions of dollars more of no action on carbon pricing. What it does reveal is that the price on pollution is an effective measure, that the impact when all the facts are taken into account, which are in the.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Plett.
On April 1st, despite the ongoing affordability crisis hurting families right across Canada, this NDP Trudeau government hiked the carbon tax by 23%, Leader.
Shame.
Leader, was the report on the economic costs produced before this incompetent government pushed ahead with raising the carbon tax or after? And will Canadians get to see the full report and not just the CBC report?
Senator Gold.
Again, the figures to which you're referring were not a complete analysis of the costs and benefits of carbon pricing, and that's why it is not correct to zero in on only one aspect of the figures. The figures, as I said, did not include not only the rebates to Canadians, but their injection into the economy or the investments that are being made as a result of our transition to a cleaner, more sustainable economy.
Yeah, I've yet to see one of those rebates myself. And not only that, 33% of Canadians do not get those rebates. So this is a bunch of junk. They take money from 33% of the population to give nothing back. They make life more expensive for 33% of Canadians while giving nothing back. Gas, the home heating, the cost on food. Food has doubled, more than doubled. We get nothing back, 33%. That's not fair. This is just crime. This is straight up government criminal action. They call this in the face of climate change. Meanwhile, they won't have a talk with China. Oh, we have to show that we're an example, then we talk to China. Meanwhile, the Conservatives have a real approach, which is promoting LNG, which is cleaner than coal. China is just booting up on their coal. We should be pumping out the LNG, making our country rich and reducing their emissions drastically. We would reduce the emissions many times fold of what our entire countries' emissions are annually just by helping China to reduce their emissions. This is just a bunch of garbage. Let's jump into the next clip. So the next clip we got here, it says Canada shows the average grain farm sees a tax increase of 30%.
Leader, a NANOS poll released earlier this week reports 1 in 5 Canadians knows someone who has used a food bank in the last year. Groceries are unaffordable for many fellow Canadians. Yet the Trudeau government thinks this is a good time to raise taxes on the farmers who grow the food. Research released by the Grain Growers of Canada shows the average grain farm will see a tax increase of 30% due to the 2/3 capital gains inclusion rate. Criminal. The grain growers said this hike targets farmers, retirement plans, complicates intergenerational transfers, and threatens the long-term viability of family farms across the country. Taxing farmers drives up the food costs for Canadians, Leader. How much more expensive will food become as a direct result of this tax hike? A lot.
Senator
A lot
Gold.
more.
Thank you for your question. The change in the inclusion rate in the capital gains tax is a broad-based measure that is not restricted to any particular industry. Rather, instead, it seeks to return us to a tax situation that existed previously. And let us recall, colleagues, for millions and millions of Canadians, they don't have any capital gains. They may get a salary, or they may be gig workers, and they pay a much higher marginal rate than those of us who are privileged. The impact of this change in the inclusion rate is not expected to have a material impact on food prices or any other measure, given in the same way as the price on pollution has a marginal impact on such costs because of the true nature of the factors that affect, unfortunately, rising food costs in this country and around the world.
Senator Platt.
The Canadian Federation of Agriculture said it was frustrated and disappointed. These are significant tax changes, and they are being rammed through while the farmers are out in the field planting their crops. That's a good point, Leader. Does anyone in this incompetent Trudeau regime have respect for farmers, Leader? Does anyone even understand how they work? Did anybody think to consult these farmers before they implemented this?
Terrible.
Government has respect for farmers and for all Canadians who are struggling and who are working hard for their families. This measure is not being rammed through. This measure was announced in the budget. This matter is before the House of Commons. This matter is going to be voted on democratically.
This is so weak. Mark Gold, he stands there with his non-affiliated when clearly he's a diehard liberal. I'm sure he's getting paid under the table, in the chalet, on the ski trips, back lodge, briefcase garbage. I mean, seriously, Mark Gold, what deal did Trudeau make with you to be so corrupt in protecting his garbage? You stand there not defending Canadians, not doing what's right for Canadians. And finally, we got this clip here from Senator Leo Housakos, who makes fun of the Liberals' slogans over the years.
Senator Housakos.
Senator Gold, you seem very bothered by slogan these days, so I thought I'd bring home some you may be more happy with. Let's start, Senator Gold, with sunny ways. After 9 years of Justin Trudeau, it's been nothing but sunny ways for Liberal insiders, including the Prime Minister's own family and close personal friends.
Yeah.
Then there's the stand up for the middle class and those working hard to join it. How about that one? Canadians are working hard, all right, but the only class they're joining after 9 years of Justin is the School of Hard Knocks.
Yeah, and the School of Living in Tents.
We also have a few that didn't catch on so well, like grow the economy from the heart out, or the budget will balance itself, or the pièce de résistance. Thank you for your donation. So here's a slogan for you, Senator Gold. Try. As in try to do the right thing for Canadians. Try and cut taxes instead of hiking them. Do you think Justin Trudeau can do that? Just try to give Canadians some relief with some tax cuts. Here.
Senator Gold.
Well, Senator Housakos, you have not lost your touch for providing a fairly a fairly entertaining set of slogans, but rather thin gruel when it comes to policy. The fact remains, as
always. Senator Gold.
in a very revealing interview, your leader made it quite clear that he is cleaving to a rather libertarian view of what the role of the state should be in Canada. That is, a minimal state. Yes, roads, perhaps, and some infrastructure, and perhaps a social safety net. This government has invested in Canada, invested in Canadians through the pandemic, invested in our transition to a cleaner, more sustainable economy, and will continue to do so for the benefit of our country, our children, and our grandchildren.
It's so weak. The Liberals have done nothing but destroy this country.
Senator Gold, you don't like conservative slogans. Seems like you like Liberal slogans even less. Senator Gold, your government just introduced a job killing, investment killing, retirement killing tax, all under the guise of fairness. You guys hold the record of increasing taxes on Canadians. Why is it that not once in the interest of fairness has your government ever considered cutting a tax? Just try it. Why isn't that your answer is always to demonize hardworking Canadians and steal their money? Why don't you give them their money and let them do what they want with it?
Here.
Senator Gold.
Demonizing hardworking Canadians nor insulting their intelligence. I'm standing here and explaining to you the government's position, its overall vision for this country.
This guy insults our intelligence every single day with his rhetoric that he's barfing in here.
A vision that takes into account climate change, that takes into account capital movements in the world in terms of investing in clean and sustainable energy, and it will continue to stand on its record.
It'd be a lot smarter if the government just embraced the oil and gas in this country, became really wealthy, and used a lot of that wealth to develop new technology versus breaking the country, not investing in the oil and gas, not propping up and supporting what can make this country super rich with all our minerals and resources and oil. They instead just like, oh, we're just going to do everything green and that's it. And it doesn't matter if it hurts all of the citizens of this country. What a bunch of pathetic bonehead losers. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this. It's just, sometimes I look around the Senate there and I just double check, is everyone still alive in there? Like, it's pretty sleepy going on there, but you always got a little bit of life on the conservative side. And then obviously Mark Gold likes to snap back pretty hard. He doesn't like getting called out. He is corrupt and serving his master, Justin Trudeau. So thanks for watching the end of the video here. Be sure to subscribe to my second channel. We'll keep fighting for freedom. I'll see you guys in the next one.